this video is about the distance formula. D represents the distance between 2 points, and the formula is given as D equals the square root of x2 minus x1 all square plus y2 minus y1 all square. x2, x1, y2, y1, those come about from labeling the points that were given to you in the question. So this question says find the distance between these points. So our first move is to label these points. So remember, x is the first number that is inside the parentheses. So I could call this x1, y1, and then x2, y2. Okay? Now, as soon as you label these, then the formula makes sense, because the formula is given to you in terms of x2, x1, y2, y1. Now you're seeing your x2, x1, y2, y1. So all we're going to do is apply the formula. So the formula D equals the square root. All we're going to do is write our formula. But we're going to replace x2 with the value for x2, which is -4. So that is -4 minus, this minus is from the formula here. We're minusing x1, which is -1. I mean, not -1, -2. Sorry. And then we square that. Plus y2, y2 is 4, minus, so this minus comes from the formula here, and we're minusing y1, y1 in this case is -3, and we square that as well. Okay, so D equals the square root of -4. Negative times negative is positive, so that is +2, and we square that, plus 4 minus minus, that is +3 squared. Okay, so D equals the square root of -4 plus 2, that is -2, and we square that, plus 4 plus 3, that is 7, and we square that. So D equals -2 squared is 4 plus 7 squared, that is 49. Okay, so D equals the square root 4 plus 49, that is 53. So you could leave this as D equals root 53 units. This is the exact value of it. Okay? Or if you want an approximated value, you could go ahead and find what is the square root of 53. So the square root, so hit second, there's your square root of 53 equals 7.28. So we could say D is approximately 7.28 units. Okay, and this is how you use the distance formula. All right, let's look at one more example, and that's it for this video. Okay, example 2. It says find the distance between points 1, 3 and 6, 15. Again, the formula says D equals the square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is label the points. Always label your points. All right, so I could call this x1, y1, x2, y2. So now that I've labeled these points, I know what my x1, y1 is, x2, y2. I know what those are. So D equals the square root of x2. x2 is 6. So that is 6 minus, the minus is coming from the formula, x1. What is x1? x1 is 1. And I'm squaring that. Plus y2. y2 is 15. Minus y1. y1 is 3. And I square that. Okay? So D equals the square root of 6 minus 1, that is 5, so that is 5 squared, plus 15 minus 3, that is 12 squared. So D equals the square root 5 squared, that is 25, plus 12 squared, that is 144. So D equals the square root 25 plus 144, that is 169. Okay, so D equals the square root of 169, that is 13 units. And we put units here because we don't know if this length is in inches, centimeter, whatever. So the unit capture whatever unit you're using. Okay, and this would be your final thing here. Okay, hope you have learned something. Have a fabulous day.